Welcome to the Downtown, brought to you by Arlington Citizen Media. I am Daryl Smith Jr., and across the internet from me is...
I am Ruddy John, and across the interwebs from me is...
Amy!
On today's show, we talk to Jessica Forrester with Biscotti Babe about how Biscotti's helped her postpartum, the importance of collaborating with others, and what to buy your loved one for Valentine's Day.
We also speak with Kyle from Pàle Pro Wrestling about how the first event went down and what you can look forward to on February 12th at Legal Draft.
I look forward to more dudes in their boots and panties fighting each other.
Yeah, you can. That would pack Arena Mexico any given weekend. Probably all three nights. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Every weekend night.
Yeah, maybe even a matinee on Sunday. I don't know.
2 shows on Sunday.
Two shows on Sunday.
All right.
Like Broadway, too.
So what have we all been up to?
The only thing I did was record this episode with y'all this weekend, and we went to old school, so that was pretty much what I've done. I've been doing school. That's what I do now.
So you
Lots of
went
school.
old school 2 days in a row,
Did.
and you go to school every day, right?
Yes, I am an old school student going to school now who eats at old school on the weekends.
That's a lot of school.
So much school. So much
you just
class.
got schooled.
So much class in the pizza.
So much class. So much za class. What have you guys been up to?
I've been to Inclusion Coffee. I've been to Grounds and Gold to host their open mic, which went fantastic.
How many
always
people are
always
you
looks
visiting?
fantastic.
Yeah. Every other Thursday happening at Grounds and Gold, Bowen and Pleasant Ridge from 5 to 7. Go to their Facebook to sign up. If you are an artist, they do poetry, comedians, singer-songwriters. Even if you're just a singer, they have a way to hook it up to your iPhone, or any phone, I guess. And then they can play your track, and you can sing right over it. It's fantastic.
Look at that technology.
Yeah.
So you're getting good turnout?
Oh, yes. There are some times that people will sign up and then not show up. There was a Quincy Jones 2 times in a row, and I was like, is it the Quincy Jones? Why is he in
Man, wouldn't that be wild?
I know. That's what
The whole orchestra comes in.
Quincy Jones did not show up. Or Rashida.
Unfortunate. I was about to say, really,
I knew that's what you were going for there. You were really looking for Rashida.
Rashida.
I mean, she should support her dad.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know? He
I'm
probably
sure
supports
she
her.
does.
And then she'll realize how cool I am, and then want to introduce me to Bill Murray. And then me and Bill Murray are friends.
Oh, wow. This is like a 7-letter dip of...
among other things, yeah. We'll, fall in love, have kids together. Not Bill Murray and I, but Rashida Jones.
Why not Bill Murray and you?
He's a little old for me. And he's a guy.
Okay,
so,
that's fair. Yeah, but,
well,
okay, fair. It's not, it's about love, so I'll give you that.
I'm not saying I won't have, friendship love for him, but.
When it
sure,
happens,
I love Bill Murray now.
Yeah, see?
It's bound to happen. I see it for you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm putting out in the universe. That's what the secret's all about, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's on your vision board.
Yeah, you put it out there and it comes true.
Just a big picture of Bill Murray and me.
I haven't done much of anything either. Same thing. We had our recording day, which is always fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I always enjoy it. That's my get out of the house to do something fun once a month thing.
Yeah, and then Jennifer was our first recording, and you'll hear that she brought Biscottis, and they were amazing.
Oh, yeah, those were really good. How Kaylee like hers?
Yeah, it's Jessica.
Jessica, well, my mistake.
Yes, she did. She liked the blueberry jam that we were talking about with Jessica. So, local jam, local biscotti, all good.
And
all goodness.
I did appreciate that conversation. As a mother, she was really candid about her struggles with depression.
Mm-hmm.
And how much finding an activity to do that she could do in her house that was, also raise money for the family and everything really helped pull her out of that. So I really appreciated that. It was nice to hear somebody talk that honestly about that kind of thing.
Yeah, and then I know my mom's asking for some of those biscottis, so.
She was mad that you ate biscotti without her. That's like y'all's thing, right? You only eat biscotti with each other?
No, baklava.
Oh, all right.
No, we don't have a biscotti tradition.
Biscotti baklava.
My mom doesn't really like coffee.
Not yet. You could make one.
She just likes sweet things.
I don't like coffee. I'll eat the biscotti by itself. I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah, I mean, I had my biscotti with no coffee whatsoever.
We are here with Jessica Forrester with Biscotti Babe. How are you today, ma'am?
I'm doing well. How are y'all?
Doing well.
Doing good.
So you have brought in some biscottis for us. Do you tell us about these?
Yeah, so this is our king cake biscotti. With Mardi Gras coming up, we wanted to kind of get in on all of the festive traditions. So this is a cinnamon vanilla cookie, and it has a local blueberry jam filling with the cream cheese frosting and, of course, festive sprinkles. I didn't include the baby Jesus on this particular batch.
There's no babies.
I was going to ask if I had to worry about eating a baby. Yeah.
No babies in this batch, but they are included in other batches for folks. That's a fun way for people to take them into office parties and stuff. And
This is delicious.
I'm glad it's good. They are fresh baked this morning.
So a little backstory. This is my first day off of Whole30. So this is amazing.
It's the perfect way to end it, right? Like, you're like, oh, I haven't had processed sugar in forever.
Processed sugar, carbs, anything dairy. This is amazing.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And you did. It worked. You lost.
I lost like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So working out and good diet is amazing.
The
So-
diet part crushes me.
Yeah. I'm going to have to start being more disciplined and having like actual just cheat days. Probably like rock level cheat days. And then I'll be
Rock
fine.
level. You're going to eat 5 pizzas?
I might eat 5 pizzas. I don't know. If
I would like to document that, is all I'm saying.
Okay. The first time I do it, I'm going to let you know. I think I have to build up to that. So for those that don't know, what is Biscotti Babe and how did it get started?
So, Biscotti Babe is my hobby turned side hustle. I am an Army Reserve soldier serving active duty. I also just had 2 kids back to back. My son's birthdays are literally 8 days apart.
My brother's born the day before I am, so
Yeah, so it's a fun time at our household. But while I was on maternity leave, I really just kind of fell into that postpartum depression. I had an identity crisis. I didn't really know who I am as a person anymore. And I started going to what the Army calls as behavioral health, but I started going to see a counselor because I just felt angry and overwhelmed all the time because I felt like all the things that I used to do, I couldn't do anymore.
I have kids. I didn't have a kid, obviously, but like, I get it. Like, it messes with you in ways that you're not really, like, prepared for sometimes.
Yeah, and most people don't. I think that was the biggest hurdle for me in my pregnancies and postpartum was that I felt like everyone lied to me about what pregnancy was going to be like because I was not a happy, glowing pregnant lady. Oh, this is the most miraculous time of my life. I feel so blessed. I was sweaty and angry. I had heartburn no matter what I ate. I could eat ice cream, and I was having heartburn. I was so big that I could not check my mirrors when driving so that I could merge onto the highway. So it was a miserable experience for me, and nobody told me it would be like that. And then we get into the having kids and being on the outside and sleepless nights, and especially when you do it 2 times in a row, it's like when your 1-year-old finally is like sleeping through the night, at least most of the way through the night, to now having a newborn who didn't want to sleep at all for the first 3 months. So it was just a rough time. So when I started going to my counselor, she asked me what is something that I do that I enjoy. And baking was really something that I like to do. Being in the South, like when you're cooking, you have people over. It's that time to fellowship with each other and really connect with your friends and your family members. So I started this more to help me connect with other people. I would take these things to my kids' daycare because after being at home with them for 3 months, I was like, I love my daycare people. You guys are amazing. I am totally appreciative. You will not be underappreciated by this family anymore ever again. But then they started asking me to bring more in. Well, do you have any more biscotti? And biscotti was just super easy for me to bake. And it comes in a million different flavors, and I love coffee.
Right.
And any new mom lives off of coffee.
Yep.
I thought I drank a lot before, and I definitely drink more now. So it was just something easy for me to start with, and then I realized after these daycare ladies kept asking me for more and what kind of flavors do you have, that maybe there's a market for it, even if it was only to cover the cost of the 25-pound bag of flour I was buying once a month. That would be something I was interested in. So I was just taking some baby steps into it. And then it blossomed into this wonderful side hustle. Mm-hmm. I feel very official now with my cool boxes with labels and business cards. I got my food service handler certification, and so now I'm a registered Texas cottage baker, meaning I bake out of my house.
Oh, okay.
And so it's been a slow roll, but I think it's been slow and steady, which I appreciate. It means I don't have to try and bake like 12 dozen batches a week in my single oven in my kitchen.
Right. Yeah.
That's all that oven does now.
It mostly is. Everything else gets cooked on the stove or on the grill. The oven is strictly for biscotti baking.
Could be worse, though.
It definitely could be. But
I'm sure it smells amazing in your house all the time.
Always. It always smells good. My husband, that was another big reason I started, I guess, pushing it out of the house to find people who needed it, is because my husband also had an identity crisis while we were in the postpartum phase, which I did not know was a thing. Like, men can get postpartum depression too. And he was like, you have got to get this stuff out of the house. I will eat all of it. Find somewhere for it to go, because I like to go to the gym, and that's my thing. That's my outlet. And when I go to the gym, but I come home and you have 6 dozen biscotti batches hanging out, like, it's not good for me. Find a place for it to go. So the ladies over at Grace Lutheran Early Education helped me to clear out my kitchen.
So what is your favorite part of being a business owner in Arlington?
I have been blown away by the collaboration opportunities. Small businesses want to support other small businesses, and I've worked with several other cottage bakers. There's A. Nicole's Bakery and Events. When I was first coming into like pop-ups and farmers markets and things like that, she does everything. Like, she's an event planner. She does all the catering. She does the decor. She organizes photos for people. And she's been doing it for a while. And I just wanted her to sell cocoa bombs alongside me, because having something to eat your biscotti with, it always is a better sell. And she was like, yeah, like, what events do you want to go to? We can split the cost of the table. What do you need to know? She's talked to me about packaging. She's talked to me about work-life balance. She's talked to me about baking ahead, how long you can save product for, or how long before an event you need to start baking. Right. So that was very surprising, because I kind of felt like, oh, well, there are so many cottage businesses, there's so many people who bake things. Is there really going to be room for me in this market? And I feel like I've been welcomed with open arms by the people who have already kind of got their foothold, and they're helping me to do the same. So that's been great.
Yeah, Arlington has, and it's something we noticed when we kind of started doing this podcast a couple of years ago, was that there is a real collaborative spirit that's taken root here. And I mean, product of, we're talking to, like, you are a product of that collaboration, that's amazing. We always talk about how amazing that is.
Yeah, and the farmers markets here there used to be 2, but now there's really only 1. Well, there's still 2 whenever Legal does theirs, but it's amazing to see just the turnover of different people every time you see. But you'll see the staples at the farmers market, but then the new people you see all the time is just great too, because it's just like, good, there are more people out there, and it's not just Arlington, it's Fort Worth has a lot, Dallas, there's some people out of Waxahachie, but it's absolutely beautiful what this whole Metroplex has been doing, just to help support everybody else.
Yeah, and I think that was another big thing for me. Even if I had not done this from a business standpoint, and I love baking, and I love to eat the things that I've baked. But I have been super stoked to be able to. I mean, I love it when I feel like somebody's adding value to my product.
Right.
But the fact that they think that my product add values to whatever they're doing has been amazing. So when someone else is just like, oh, well, I'm doing X, Y, and Z, or I'm making these gift baskets, do you want to add your product here? It's like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I
please.
do.
That's awesome. So you have quite a few featured flavors. How often do you think up a new one and try it out?
I have a giant cookbook at home, and I think I probably have in total 36 flavors that I want to start featuring.
Wow.
Being one woman with one oven, I try to only feature 2 a month. And so there's also a couple of things that I'm still tweaking. So there's another local business that recently asked me to provide some product for some marketing photos that they're taking. I guess the layout is if her daughters are having a tea party, and she's like, oh, well, I need something at the tea party. So she's actually flavor testing. I guess her kids are flavor testing 2 new flavors for the month of April. So I'm trying to start getting those photos up, because I know that the funfetti ones are not on my Facebook page yet. My carrot cake isn't on Facebook yet. So that's something that I need to work on, is to get those things up. But I'd like to have in total 24 flavors, 2 per month for the duration of the year, and then maybe a little something special for events and things like that.
Right. Like Valentine's Day, you have a basket for the holiday. Can you tell us what's in the basket and how they can order it?
I love these baskets. Yes. So everything included in these baskets is from a local business in Arlington.
Awesome.
So we'll start with Urban Alchemy. Tony over there has been great to work with me. He's helped to mentor me kind of in what I need to be looking for as a business. So that's been amazing. But he and they have contributed a bottle of Prosecco that they selected for us. And then there is Hey There Cupcake, who is another cottage baker. And she is making brownie pops. And when I think brownie pop, usually I'm like, oh, you mean like the little thing you get at Starbucks, right?
Yeah.
These are the size of a brown cow ice cream bar. They are huge. They are amazing. They are so good. And I bought a set from her so we could take our photos and sample the product. And my husband was like, this is what I want for Valentine's Day. I want these. So they're super good. She does amazing work. Everything that I've looked at of hers is wonderful. And then we've worked with Wild Fox Candles. Miss Leanne Jerome, she's contributed one of her Foxy candles. It smells super good. And anybody who buys candles knows that sometimes their scent kind of, it's not very profound.
Yes,
yeah,
right?
I would agree with that.
So it's like a hint of scent, but these have some amazing scent. It's not like you're going to be searching for, like, I know I lit a candle, but I don't smell anything. So she contributed that, and then we have half a dozen of the biscotti as well, and it's our frosted brownie batter biscotti. They're just a little dressed up for Valentine's Day with some pink and white sprinkles. So.
Right.
And that's been, I think that one has probably sold the best out of all the flavors I've featured so far.
Now, if people want to get this basket, where can they do that?
So they
I was
can
about to
do it.
say, I would like to get one for my wife.
Yep.
It sounds awesome.
That'd be so sweet.
They can, our ordering system so far is really, I try to post photos 3 times a week or so, and people will comment on that, and then I will send them a message, hey, I got your order, let's coordinate. We've set up 2 days to pick up these baskets over at Urban Alchemy before Valentine's Day hits, so that all of the vendors can prep their product and we can build the baskets and have them prepared for everybody to pick up.
Right, yeah, this is way better than going to the Oh Crap tent at Kroger.
It is definitely better than going to the Oh Crap tent at Kroger.
Agreed. You talked a little bit about collaborating with people. Do you have any other collaborations in the future that you're talking about doing or thinking about doing?
So I actually recently talked to Ashley over at Ashlaroo's, and we're looking at making her boutique a permanent pickup site for our products.
Cool.
I know that with COVID, it can be difficult trying to coordinate for like a porch pickup, or like I have dogs that if people have to pick stuff up from my house, like my dogs go crazy.
Oh, mine too.
Trying to meet clients somewhere can be difficult just with the competing schedule. So working with her to establish that full-time pickup location has been amazing. And we're talking about some events in the future. Not real sure how we're going to do it yet, but I got to go and tour her place a couple of days ago, and it's awesome. I think it's going to be a really good fit for everybody.
Yeah, I've driven by it. I haven't been inside there yet, but I need to check that place out.
Yeah. They also carry the Wild Fox candles.
Okay.
They've got some sales on some fall winter scents right now, so you guys can go check that out and get a discount on something smelling really good.
I like that. I have a lot of candles at the house. So.
You do. You always have. We were roommates at one point as well. So.
Yeah, I have the room he used to stay in years ago, right?
Yeah.
So we have a question we always ask all of our guests. We were trying to find the best pizza place in Arlington going around. Of course, COVID made that a little bit difficult, but we'll get there. I don't care if we have to eat pizza for 2 straight years.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
What is your favorite pizza place in Arlington?
So I guess I'd have to say there's 2, and neither of them are really exciting, I guess, in terms of like local pizza places. My husband and I default to the Domino's on Mayfield because they're right around the corner, and when we pick the kids up from daycare, I can order online, run in and pick it up.
Same.
Yeah.
But if my husband and I try to plan in a date day, it's so much easier to go to lunch with each other and be able to talk and have grown-up conversations than it is to try and find a sitter and stuff in the evening. So if we're feeling date day and lunch beer, we'll go to Mellow Mushroom and sit on the patio.
That's a very good one, yeah. Yeah, that patio is really nice.
Yeah, and the patio right on Main Street, or not Main Street, but Center Street, and like it's super. I love that part of downtown, so it's fun.
Yeah. Then if you ever want it, just go hop across the street, go to On Tap, get some nice craft beer. It's all good stuff.
Yeah, we're I guess we went to the Urban Market at Legal Draft back in December. That was the first event that I did. But I was like, I didn't realize, like I've driven down Main Street, or I've driven down Abrams and Pioneer, and I've seen all of these businesses, but I've never like gone there.
Right.
And now I'm like, oh, Cane Rosso, gotta try that.
Yeah, so good.
I'm all about some Hurtado's barbecue.
Oh, yeah. So are we.
Yeah, that's the only barbecue. There's other barbecue places that are good, but not in Arlington. That's it.
Right.
I love it, and I never understood brisket. Being from the Southeast, I'm just like, it's all about pulled pork. Like, don't come at me with brisket. And I came to Texas, and we've been here almost 3 years, and everybody talks about brisket. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, I have not had good brisket. And then I went to Hurtado's, and I was like, I'm all about the brisket.
I get
like,
it now.
please, this is what I need.
Their pulled pork is really good too.
It is.
They do like one of them, like a mustard sauce on it now.
Oh, yeah.
And like it's super. I hadn't had the Carolina mustard sauce, and I think it's a South Carolina mustard sauce, not a North Carolina mustard sauce. And I was like, this is so good. I get it. I get it, Carolina. I understand what you're talking about now.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great places. Sugar Bees.
Yes.
So my husband, like I said, loves the sweets.
Yeah.
And I just went in there to see if I could like leave some business cards, and then we saw that they have cake balls.
Yeah. My daughters love those. Love those
They're
cake
so
balls.
good. And they're sugar cookies. Like, they made a thing of sugar cookies that look like chips and queso. How do you not want that?
You got to check out Grounds and Gold also. It's on Pleasant Ridge and Bowen, just behind the QT.
Okay.
So they are not only a great coffee place, but it's an amazing bakery as well. So you guys could easily probably collaborate with them. So
yeah, their stuff is beautiful.
Yeah, their stuff is absolutely
and
amazing.
they're very open to community and collaboration. We're already hosting an open mic down there.
Every other Thursday, open mic at Grounds and Gold.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I love open mic. Did you guys happen to go to the Poetry Slam at Create Arlington?
No.
I read about it, but no.
I had never been to a poetry slam before. That was some heavy stuff. I did not realize what I was walking into, but I was sitting in the back and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I'm like, I'm okay with poetry slams. I'll go to an open mic night. I feel so cultured now.
Before COVID happened, we were at open mics all the time. We were, networking and talking to people, and that sense of community that we were talking about earlier is alive and well in the art scene too here for sure. So
yeah, we're definitely working this year to hopefully get more open mics open with more coffee places that are opening, and just we need more music and arts and everything. So
those things are so good for your soul. They're good for your mental health. That's my big thing. Is like, if there's an outlet for you, a creative outlet.
Yes.
Times are tough for everybody. Everybody is stressed about work or the lack of work or daycare or the lack of daycare. Are we going to be exposed to COVID? We already have been. What do we do? Yeah. So finding an outlet and being able to kind of shrug off a lot of that stress is huge. And I find a lot of that in in the arts community.
Yes. Whatever your outlet is, find it and just allow it to, be your outlet.
Invigorate your soul.
Yep. Open that faucet and just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if people want to follow you on social media and order your biscottis, how can they do so?
So you can find us on Facebook at biscottibabe.arlington.tx.
Mm-hmm.
I think our logo is our BB, and it's nice lavender color.
Yeah, I'd love a T-shirt of that whenever you
I
get
would
to
love
that.
some T-shirts too.
Okay.
So if there's any T-shirt printing folks who are hearing this, let me know.
There we go.
And I'm on Instagram at _Biscotti Babe.
There we go. Jessica, thank you very much. Your biscottis are absolutely amazing. I can't wait to try the other ones.
Perfect.
And good luck to the rest of this year.
Thank you so much.
Biscottis
Thanks
are
for
going to
having
sell.
me.
No problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
I am here with Kyle from Pàle Pro Wrestling after his first fantastic show last night. How are you feeling today, and how do you think the show went?
I'm good. It's good to be here again talking with John. It was wonderful. Legal Draft was a great venue. Everyone had a lot of fun. The thing that was really fun was how many people that are not wrestling fans, maybe seen wrestling once or twice,
Right.
but a lot of people that I've never seen it.
Okay.
I had friends and family that came that was like, I've never watched wrestling. They made fun of me for doing it.
Of course.
Like jokingly, but they were into it last
Yeah.
night. And it helps that it was a cool venue. It also helps that we had tremendous talent on the call.
Of course.
So
Yeah, I mean, I've been a pro wrestling fan my entire life, and I've been made fun of my entire life for being a pro wrestling fan. But it is one of those things that once people get to a live show, it's completely different.
Yeah.
It's like you may not like a band or whatever, but if you see them live, completely could blow your socks off. I mean, are a fan after that.
Yeah.
So you are probably going to get now these people that are going to come because, like, okay, you know what? I like Legal Draft, and I took a chance to check out what this Pàle Pro Wrestling is, and then I loved it. So I'm going to come back for the next show,
Yeah.
which the next show is February 12th.
February 12th.
Tell us more about it.
We're going to do February 12th. We'll start a little bit sooner,
Okay.
so it'll be about 7 p.m. Bill time.
Right.
We might go a little bit longer. This was a nice 2-hour show. That might be like 2.5 or so.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a big card.
Yeah.
This one was a lot of testing the waters, working with a lot of guys that helped us out. This next one, we're bringing in a lot of talent. We've got the main event is going to be Sam Adonis defending his newly won Pàle Pro Championship that he won last night.
Great looking belt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Check
I
it out on
appreciate
his
it.
Twitter. It's beautiful.
It's a great belt. He's going to be defending that against Psycho Clown.
That's huge.
That's huge.
Yeah.
If you guys don't, some of these names, they're big names outside of the country.
Right.
I mean, we're talking like Psycho Clown was described to me as the John Cena of Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've seen him work through like the AAA shows,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I don't really know much about this guy, but I love his look, and I love the way he worked. And then you showed me that preview before the show, and I was like, this is going to be huge.
It's going to be a huge main event.
Yeah.
It's if we get some fans, some Mexican fans that are
Right.
luchador fans, they're going to go crazy.
Oh, without a
for
doubt.
this. And Sam most people don't know this. Sam speaks fluent Spanish.
Yes.
So he was talking smack to people in the crowd in Spanish, and it was great. It's going to be a great card. So we've got that. We've got I'm bringing in Mecha Wolf, who's another.
Mecha Wolf's
Yep,
big.
he's a big name.
Yeah.
He's a big name.
I've seen him on a lucha show, not recently, but I guess 2019 here in the Metroplex.
He's really good.
Yeah.
So he's going to come in, and then we've got Gino Medina.
Okay.
Coming up from Houston, MLW guy.
Yep.
Really good. We're going to bring Will All Day. He's going to be back.
Yeah.
He'll be there. Chandler Hopkins we're going to bring back. Beastman we're going to bring back. A lot of guys. Some of the other newcomers, Miranda Aliz. I always say it wrong. She's a Houston girl. Really good. Erica Torres, who I've worked with before.
Yeah, I've seen her work
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
It's going to be a stacked card. I'm trying to think if there's anyone. Myron Reed. Myron Reed, the former, just recently lost. He was a year-plus champion in MLW. So bringing in Myron, it's going to be a
Their
really good
middleweight
card.
titles. Is that what
Their
they call
middleweight
it?
title,
Which
yeah.
kind of like their cruiserweight,
Yeah.
205.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that guy can work. And
Yeah.
they have a very good gimmick with the whole conspiracy theories and everything.
Yeah.
I love it. And unfortunately he lost it to
Leo
Leo
Rush,
Rush,
yeah.
which is not unfortunate for Leo, but
Yeah.
Leo's an incredible worker
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So that card already sounds amazing, and we're not even
close to it. There might be even more bookings in between now and then.
Yeah,
You never
I
know.
mean that's the main of it, but it's that's the main names on it. But we've got some other talent. The big thing for me last night was I really want to stress. We talked about this on the first podcast.
Right.
If I had one goal beyond just like specific philosophy,
Right.
I really want to be a version of Ring of Honor from 2003 to 2007.
Yes.
And I really truly think like some people that came out tonight that saw somebody like Cam Cole, who was I don't want to say a late ad, but it was later in the process, and he was so hot. Like people got into his character. They in a bad way. He was a heel,
Of course, yeah.
but they really didn't like him. And then when Justin beat him, they were so excited. It made that much more to it. And Cam, I'll just put it this way: that dude went from. We didn't make him this. He's doing really good in reality of wrestling.
Right.
But next weekend, he got himself a shot at King Mo Lawal on the Indie Wrestling Expo too, because of his performance tonight.
Yeah.
So that's what I want. I'm not making these guys. I'm not doing anything of the sort. I don't claim to do that. I don't run a school or anything like that. But I just want to have a platform where you can say, I saw that guy before he was WWE champion, before he was New Japan World champion, all that stuff.
That's what it should be. Is like you said, you're not trying to make these guys. You're not the guy that's saying, hey, I have put you on the map. You're giving them their platform. And then once they have the platform, it's up to them to show what they can do and what they can't do. And that's essentially what it should be on a map.
Yeah.
So if you're a good performer, it's going to show through. If you're not a good performer, it's going to show through also.
Yeah. And I can add, you can add flair to stuff to dress people up.
Of course,
and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, you're right. The good workers hang out, and the ones that become vets, you love seeing them.
Right.
But there's it's like any other industry. You put in the hours, you put in the effort, you're going to succeed in life. And I just want to be able to provide that opportunity. I like we work on canvases, the wrestling canvas, but I really like to think of it as like an artistic canvas.
Sure.
That's all I'm providing these guys is a canvas, and then you guys go paint.
Right.
So I don't like telling people, hey, this and that, but it's a good relationship. And I liked all the guys. Maybe one wasn't that great, but no. But for the most part, it was a wonderful night. All pretty good feedback from everybody, and I'm open to negative feedback. I kind of I'm trying to find the negative feedback, so I can know what to do, and we're just going to grow. And my hope is we talked about before. I'd love to become a staple of Arlington.
Right. Yeah, I would love that as well.
Yeah.
Now, you had the surprise appearance by Fuego de Sol. If people don't know who he is, he made his name here in Texas and Oklahoma. And then you probably have seen him more on AEW, The Dark Show, which is on YouTube. How did that come about? And then could we see more Fuego in the future?
Yeah, I'll say Fuego is a guy I'd love to bring back. I mean, he's probably not long for the independent circuit.
Oh, no,
you know what
not.
I mean? But as long as he's available, I'll book him. I would consider him he's very professional. Love working with him. Great guy. Everyone loves him in the background. He's a big goofball, but he's professional. That happened just because Mr. Will Allday, who big fan of his as well.
Right. Credible worker.
Yep. He texted me. He had some family issues. Our prayers and thoughts go out to him.
Right.
I was messaging him this morning, just making sure he's good. He's in good spirits, but just family troubles, and he'll be okay. But we had to just make a last-minute switch, and we could have rearranged the card. We could have done a number of things, but I said, I want this card to start with a pop.
Right.
And I had messaged a couple guys that I know, and it was late in the game. It's hard to get. Thursdays are easy to book in advance. They're harder as you get closer because people can't get days off, and they can't get plane tickets. They can't get travel. And I was about to just throw in the towel, and finally, Fuego got back to me about 12 hours later, which no problem. He's a busy guy.
Right, very busy guy.
Yeah. And he said, I'm down. I'll be down. And just called him up, said, hey, here's the booking. This is what we're doing. And he's like, great. And then what made it better was Mr. Nigel Ponk, who I think will be a regular here in Pàle Pro, just the wine gimmick. He's a heel guy here. He came out too, and it's just a fun little three-way dance. Yeah. And I think it was the perfect way to start my show.
But with a big surprise and a big pop like that, and then also you get a wine guy in a brewery, I'm sure.
he was getting booed so badly.
Good.
Which is great. I mean, that's the point.
Yeah, that's literally the job.
Yeah.
So after running this show, what have you learned from this show that you will probably take forth to your other shows? Because obviously every show you're going to learn more and more and more.
I'm getting better at having a checklist of stuff. It's just sometimes it's delegating, right? Sometimes it's when I watch the guys that are veterans that have been doing this for 30 years, and I just see how good they are at like putting the ring together or getting the music together. Sometimes you got to have that hands-off approach and not be too hands-on.
Right.
And then so learning that, and it's kind of like changing gears in a car, just like knowing that sort of thing. I mean, just in general, from the Indie Expo to now, I was so calm last night. I mean, I was like kind of on nerves to some degree, but a lot of that was lack of sleep. But no, I mean, like I was able to have a beer or two and relax and chill and watch a lot of the matches. Not all of them, but I got to watch a lot of them. Not a lot of hiccups once the show started.
Good.
It was kind of, we ran smooth. I told people I really want to just do a 2-hour show and be out of here, and everyone kind of rolled their eyes at me. It was a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
It was 2 hours. So it was great. Nice little fun time. And I think going forward, there's some things behind the curtain I don't want to reveal. We would change or learn to do better. But I would say just like in general, the things to do better is just organization. Because the less I have to worry about minor details, like, oh, my entrance music or this or that, like less minor stuff, the more I can focus on production stuff and making the overall picture better.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, sometimes I like empowering people.
Yeah.
And wrestlers, I think people need to get more credit where they're due. And basically, like, I want to encourage people, like, hey, you don't have to worry about that little detail. It's going to be okay.
Right.
And let them know I trust them so that they don't have to worry about that little detail.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just philosophical stuff like that.
Well, I mean, they're all performers, and they're all, a lot, well, not all of them, but a lot of them will probably nitpick every little thing because they're looking at the whole picture. But in reality, these tiny things, for the most part, don't really matter.
Yeah.
So it's just allow it to be out of your hands, because life in general can be out of your hands.
Yeah.
So it's just the way you go forward with these little hiccups, if you even have any hiccups.
Yeah.
A lot of times you might think, oh, this is terrible, and you look back, you're like, oh, never mind. This is actually great. This is great. This is great.
Yeah.
And it all worked out.
And the fun thing with indie wrestling is it's inherently flawed in some ways.
Yes.
Because we're so used to big production values.
Oh, of course.
And we just don't have that budget here.
No.
And that's fine. and I'm it makes it a little bit more fun.
Yes.
It makes you have to work that much harder because you can't use lights or smoke machines or fireworks to get stuff over.
Or cutting from one camera to another.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to work with what you got. And, I'm a big fan of Paul Heyman. That was Paul Heyman's philosophy in ECW. So, Pele Pro, we're very pleased. Thank you so much to Arlington for the turnout because we had an incredible turnout.
Yeah.
It was about 70 plus, and we had to split them in the 2 rooms for COVID and all that. But it was a very safely handled show. Everyone did the masks like they were asked to do. I did not ask, but we did it. No, it's all good. It's we did it. You can't look at our show and say, well, you didn't do this or this. And to anyone that's saying that, you're focused on the wrong stuff.
Right.
All the people that wanted to be here wanted to be here.
Yeah. So, exactly.
We had a great time.
So, next show is February 12th.
February 12th.
Where can people get tickets now?
It's Pàle Pro, but the website's palepro.com.
Right.
Tickets are already up. You can buy $30 VIP for autograph sessions like we're going to do, and then we'll have an after party again, and you get front row admission. We'll have general admission, CD, and then standing room as well.
Right.
Kids will be $5 as well.
Very nice.
And let's just see. And by the way, any kids that come by, track me down.
Yeah.
If you want to get photos with the guys, like anyone that's like 10 or under,
Yeah.
I want you to have the experience of a lifetime.
Right.
And I want to make sure those kids get to have, so bring the kids. I don't want to say we're PG or PG-13, but I like putting on shows that are appropriate for ages.
Of course.
So kids come by, have a great time, get some photos, all that stuff. But palepro.com, all that stuff. Follow me on Pàle Pro Wrestling.com. And Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. We're there too. So and February 12th.
Yeah, February 12th. Bring your Valentine out. It's Valentine's weekend, so might as well have a Valentine's massacre while you're...
There you go. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's Valentine's, but hey, whatever.
Yeah.
So
some people like the holiday, so it's
I
okay.
guess so.
Yeah.
All right,
Kyle,
man.
thank you again, and
Thanks, man.
look forward to the next show.
Awesome.
thank you so much to our guests this week. We really enjoyed those biscottis. Check that out. That's Biscotti Babe on all social medias. They were wonderful. And, of course, anything wrestling or sports-related, Rhodey is our dedicated sports, what do you call that, reporter, I guess.
Yeah, I do what I can.
So, thank you so much. And don't forget to...
Make sure to go out, eat local, drink local, and...
Go rediscover your city.
Tag us and send those pictures over to us on Facebook, Arlington Citizen Media, Twitter, ATX Citizen Media. Tag us on Instagram, Arlington Citizen Media, and send those pictures the old-fashioned way. Email arlingtoncitizenmedia@gmail.com. Also go to our website, www.arlingtoncitizenmedia.com. Don't forget to subscribe and give those 5-star reviews of The Downtown at Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and also hit us on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.